Generally, when I talk about JoJo each week, I say it's one of the better episodes JoJo has had, but I think this episode is not only my favorite Part 4 episode, but my favorite JoJo episode, period, from all the parts that have been animated thus far. This episode not only felt like it was around an hour long, but not in a bad way. It just had so much content and so much, in a lot of ways, it felt like I was watching a JoJo movie, just with how much was going on and how slow the time passed, but in a good way. This episode was phenomenal. I mean, Kira... we start out the episode with Kira just getting his ass beat by thugs, and I have to say, that was kind of entertaining. It gave me a little bit of satisfaction seeing this guy get a little bit of justice that he deserves. Now, those guys do end up getting blown up when they're stealing his wallet, but it was still nice to see nonetheless. But when we start watching the battle of bickering between Koichi as well as Kira, it was really entertaining, and we do learn exactly what Act 3 can do. He can place this freeze weight on whatever object he wants. It does have a 5-meter radius. The closer you get to it, the heavier the object will be. And you know, that whole battle with him and Koichi actually having to determine, does he use it on Killer Queen, does he use it on the bomb, or does he use it on Kira? And then no matter what he picks, he's going to get his ass beat. And Kira goes all in, putting his foot in his mouth, kicking his ass, brutally, literally takes his freaking fist and goes through Koichi's heart. Now that should have killed him. Like, honestly, I love Koichi. He's my favorite Part 4 character, but he should have died through that. Like, I mean, really, Jotaro I can kind of believe just because of how insane his body is, but, like, that went through his heart. He should have died. But that whole dynamic, that whole battle, and Koichi's voice actor, I swear, he deserves a raise after that performance. The emotion he put into that, the entire scene of just him breaking more and more as the fight goes on, that was phenomenal. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who's just in awe of that voice performance there, but that was really good. But then we see Jotaro get up, and I don't know how he did this. Like, honestly, I don't know how he did this. He literally uses his stand to smack Killer Queen, and though it's weak, he still was able to do it without Killer Queen having time to actually plant a bomb on him. Now, I know he did probably stop time for a brief moment. I would still figure that Killer Queen would be able to plant a bomb on, you know, Crazy Diamond before anything like that happened. So that was a little insane that, you know, he was actually able to get a hit in. And then he does it even more and does it faster and literally beats him near to death. So I'm just sitting here thinking like, damn, he's actually fast enough and I guess probably caught him off guard well enough that he's actually able to land so many good hits. And then when Josuke and them get in there, he actually tries to convince him that he was just a bystander, but because he's so in a hurry there, he actually gives away that he wants him to fix him, which a normal person wouldn't know that he could. And then it becomes this whole battle where he runs away, he cuts off his own hand. Like, this guy is just so freaked out, he has to get away, he just wants to live that simple life. And Josuke does the most brilliant thing. Once again, he fixes his hand so it will go back to his master. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, how is it gonna get crazier? How is it gonna get even more insane? We still got like 12 episodes left. And then they go to Cinderella's salon and she has a hole in her neck from a bomb. Kira's face is gone. He switches faces, plants a bomb inside her so she can't even be repaired. And when we go out, when business is over, Kira is disappeared. And I'm just sitting here like, can they top this episode, in all honesty? Because this episode from start to finish was exhilarating. I mean, my heart was pounding at times, watching the Koichi stuff, watching the Jotaro stuff, then watching the Kira stuff at the end, and just the sacrifices that are being made. He's going to be able to live his life with a new face, a new address. They essentially have to start from zero again. The only good thing they know is they know what his stand looks like, so if he ever gives off this faintest presence, they might be able to come after him, but I don't think so. Like, the only way I can see this, or them finding out who he is again, is I feel like Kira possibly might get a big head and try to take out one of them. Now, probably not because he only attacks those who kind of reveal who he is, and now that he has a new face, they really aren't a threat to him unless they see him. But I feel like possibly what's going to happen is they might, or one of them, he might find one of them alone or something, and he might get a big head and try to take him out, and that's a possibility. Or they will just stumble on him on one of his crimes. Something like that's gonna happen. But the episode was just... Kira is such an interesting villain. Like, honestly, like, I like Dio. Dio is just pure evil, and I like that. But Kira actually feels like a well-developed villain. He feels evil, and he feels insane more than just world domination. He just has these 6 fetishes, and he goes after it, and he wants to live that quiet life, and I just really dig him, and I think he's becoming one of my favorite villains just in general. He's really damn well developed, though I do think Koichi probably should have died here. I mean, I'm glad he's alive because I get to see more of him, but having, you know, a fist go through your heart, I just feel like you probably should have died there. I don't think, you know, Crazy Diamond should have been able to repair that. I mean, that's just me though, but the episode was really damn good. Overall, the art was really well done. I mean, sometimes we got some distant shots that were far too, you know, not detailed enough, but for the most part, it went with that very stylized look, those kind of freeze frame where it's very stylized, you know, all the different types of shading and art design, but then also all the battle animation, you know, with everything was just so damn well done. But I think the star of the episode was actually Koichi's voice actor. The performance he gave was phenomenal. It really gave that emotion and just impressed me overall, and I'm just interested to see what's going to happen, because I figure now that, you know, Kira's gone away, we're probably going to go back to some of the more episodic, you know, one-off adventures until we reach the end, more than likely. That's where I see it going, and we'll probably get, you know, I've been hearing about some Rohan adventures that are going to be coming up soon, so I'm excited to see that, but overall, like, this is a good episode. I think it's safe to say it's my favorite JoJo episode, but I'm interested, like, what's everyone's favorite episode of JoJo, actually? Do you agree with me this was one of the best or the best, or do you have a different one from, like, part 3, part 2, part 1, or part 4? Just let me know in the comments below. And as always, be sure to hit that like button to show your support, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more content like this and so much more. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.